Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Buying a house can feel like navigating a financial obstacle course, right? But what if I told you there's a program specifically designed to help veterans achieve the dream of homeownership? That's where the VA loan comes in. We're talking no down payment, competitive interest rates, and flexible credit requirements. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know to unlock your dream home with a VA loan. Alright, let's dive into the amazing benefits of a VA loan. First and foremost, you could be eligible to buy a home with absolutely no down payment. That's right, you can potentially finance 100% of your home's purchase price. Think about it. No more scraping together a massive down payment or draining your savings. And here's another huge perk: no private mortgage insurance, or PMI. This is a monthly insurance payment typically required for conventional loans with less than a 20% down payment. With a VA loan, you get to skip this expense altogether, saving you potentially hundreds of dollars each month. Now let's talk interest rates. VA loans often come with super competitive interest rates, sometimes even lower than conventional loans. Why? Because these loans are partially backed by the government, which reduces the risk for lenders. This means you could snag a lower interest rate, saving you thousands over the life of your loan. And unlike some other loan programs, Virginia loans offer more flexible credit requirements. Plus, the VA limits how much lenders can charge in closing costs and fees, making the entire process more affordable. Before you get your heart set on that dream home, let's make sure you meet the eligibility requirements to actually use a VA loan. First things first, you need to be an active duty service member, a veteran who has met service time requirements, or an eligible surviving spouse. This means you've dedicated a significant portion of your life to serving our country, and now it's time for the country to serve you. Next, you'll need a Certificate of Eligibility, or COE. This document verifies your service history and confirms you're eligible for the VA loan program. Getting your COE is super easy. You can apply for it online through the VA's website or even through your lender. And lastly, you'll need to use the home as your primary residence. It's all about helping you achieve home ownership for yourself and your family. Now, before you start browsing homes, let's talk about getting your finances in tip-top shape. The first step? Check that credit score. Just like with any loan, a higher credit score will qualify you for better interest rates and loan terms. So, if you have any credit card debt or outstanding loans, now's the time to tackle them head-on. Next, calculate your debt-to-income ratio, or DTI. This compares your monthly debt payments to your gross monthly income. Lenders use this ratio to assess your ability to repay the loan. A lower DTI is always more favorable, so if you can pay down some debt or increase your income before applying for a loan, it can significantly improve your chances of approval. Now gather all your income documentation. This includes pay stubs, W-2s, or tax returns if you're self-employed. While you don't need a down payment with a VA loan, you will still need some cash on hand for closing costs. Start setting aside some money each month to cover these expenses. And finally, before you start seriously house hunting, get pre-approved for a VA loan. Alright, now for the fun part, finding your dream home. But before you start browsing listings, here's a pro tip. Work with a realtor who is experienced in VA loans. They'll understand the ins and outs of the program and guide you towards properties that meet the VA's requirements. Speaking of requirements, it's crucial to ensure any property you're considering actually qualifies for a VA loan. The VA has specific guidelines to make sure the property is safe, structurally sound, and a good investment. Location, location, location. Consider your commute, access to amenities, school districts, and the overall vibe of the neighborhood. Finding a home that checks all those boxes is essential for long-term happiness. And of course, stick to your budget. Determine a comfortable monthly mortgage payment and factor in other expenses like property taxes, insurance, and potential maintenance costs. Remember, Virginia loans aren't just for single-family homes. You can use them to purchase condos, townhomes, and even multifamily properties, as long as they meet the VA's requirements. Once you've found the perfect place, it's time for the VA appraisal. This is a crucial step in the process, as it determines the fair market value of the property. The VA wants to make sure you're not overpaying, and that the home is worth the loan amount. During the appraisal, a VA-approved appraiser will thoroughly inspect the property, checking for any potential issues or repairs needed. They'll evaluate the home's condition, features, and compare it to similar properties in the area to determine its fair market value. Keep in mind the VA has something called minimum property requirements, or MPRs, that the property needs to meet. These requirements cover everything from the roof and foundation to the electrical and plumbing systems. If the appraisal reveals any necessary repairs, the seller may be required to address them before closing. This is where having a skilled realtor on your side is invaluable, as they can negotiate on your behalf and ensure the repairs are completed to the VA's standards. Remember, the VA appraisal is there to protect both you and the lender. Congrats, you're almost there! Closing is the final step in the home buying process, where you finalize all the paperwork and officially become a homeowner. Before you break out the champagne, take some time to carefully review your closing costs. These costs can vary, so make sure you understand what each fee is for, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Speaking of fees, be aware of any lender fees or third-party fees associated with the loan. The VA limits how much lenders can charge in closing costs, but it's essential to compare costs from different lenders to ensure you're getting the best deal. Before closing, you'll have a final walkthrough of the property. This is your last chance to make sure everything is in order, any agreed-upon repairs have been completed, and the property is in the condition you expect. Gather all the necessary documentation, including your pre-approval letter, income verification, and any other paperwork required by your lender. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for: signing the closing documents. Your lender and closing agent will guide you through each document, explaining everything in detail. Now, let's take a look at some bonus tips to help you maximize your VA loan benefits and navigate the process like a pro. First and foremost, don't settle for the first lender you talk to. Shop around, compare interest rates, loan terms, and lender fees to ensure you're getting the best possible deal. Here's a little-known fact: you can actually use your VA loan benefit more than once. If you've paid off a previous VA loan or sold a home purchased with a VA loan, you may be eligible to use your benefit again. Understanding your VA loan entitlement is crucial. Your entitlement is the maximum amount the VA will guarantee on your loan, and it directly impacts how much you can borrow without making a down payment. If interest rates have dropped since you first purchased your home, you might want to consider VA-backed refinancing. This could potentially lower your monthly mortgage payment or shorten the term of your loan, saving you money in the long run. Now, let's talk about some common pitfalls to avoid so you can steer clear of any potential roadblocks on your path to homeownership. First up, never, and I mean never, skip the pre-approval step. Getting pre-approved gives you a clear idea of how much you can borrow and shows sellers that you're a serious buyer, giving you a competitive edge. Don't overlook the additional costs beyond the purchase price, like closing costs, property taxes, homeowners insurance, and potential HOA fees. Factor these expenses into your budget to avoid any financial surprises down the line. Buying a home is a big decision, so don't rush the process. Take your time, do your research, and thoroughly understand the terms of your loan before signing on the dotted line. Working with experienced professionals can make all the difference. Find a realtor who specializes in VA loans and a lender who understands the ins and outs of the program. They'll guide you through the process, answer your questions, and help you avoid costly mistakes. And last but not least, don't forget to shop around and compare rates and terms from multiple lenders. There you have it, your complete guide to unlocking the incredible benefits of a VA loan. Remember, this program is specifically designed to help veterans like you achieve the dream of homeownership. Take the time to understand the process, work with experienced professionals, and don't be afraid to ask questions every step of the way. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your journey to owning your dream home.